And now we're very excited. We have two law students who deliver ERIN Talk, the middle school program, who are going to talk about that. This is what your funds go to, right? This, what Monica mentioned, Parent Talk, ERIN Talk, that, like I said, is in middle schools. It's even, we call them satellite programs, so it's even not just in Maryland anymore. We have two places in Massachusetts and California that are also doing ERIN Talk, and we're stretching it so it can grow and scale. And that started with you all in this room when, like Wendy said, I think we were in that, like the room over there, our first time, and you guys made that happen. Your investments go far with us in prevention, so thank you. Here you go to Brooke, the University of Maryland School of law student who will talk about the great work she does.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. As Marissa said, my name is Brooke Roberson, and I'm one of the lucky people who gets to facilitate these groups in our middle schools in Baltimore. The work we do allows students to have a safe space to think differently. Just yesterday, we started a new round of ERIN Talk lessons, and we had our first lesson, which discusses healthy communication and boundaries and empathy. During our conversation about empathy, one of my students had made a comment about how sometimes it can be difficult to be empathetic towards people. And this student's vulnerability allowed us to have a wonderful conversation about how empathy is a conscious choice. And it's something people work to as opposed to it being an automatic process. The work we do in the middle school differs from what we do at the law school. In the law school, we work a lot on the impacts of the harm, while in the middle school, we get to work on preventing the harm. Unfortunately, many students are victims of sexual violence, and by working on important topics like communication, healthy boundaries, and consent, we're able to give these students the tools to help prevent and reduce the harm in their schools. I even see a direct impact on our work has on these kids. Each time we begin the lesson of bystander intervention, they come with this mindset that what's happening around them isn't really their problem and that they don't need to be involved. However, once we begin to replace the characters in these stories with people that they truly care about, they can understand the importance of acting and becoming an active bystander. Getting to do this work has been one of the most rewarding things I've been able to do in law school. Being a part of this initiative has taught me how to have hard but important conversations with young people in our community. And with that, I'll hand it over to my partner in preventing crime.
Thank you. My name is Melissa Spirn. I'm a third-year law student at the University of Maryland, and I have been facilitating ERIN Talk for the past 2 years. And one thing I have learned is that kids really want to talk about respect and safety when they're given the chance to do so. I once had a student ask, what if your friend makes jokes that make you uncomfortable, but you don't want to make them mad? This one question opened the floodgates. Suddenly, everyone wanted to talk about how to speak up, should they speak up, how to get involved, how to set boundaries, and how to show respect. On the last day of ERIN Talk, we do an art activity. In this art activity, students create something that they've learned from the lessons that we've done for the past 6 weeks. It's so special watching it all click for these kids. There's drawings of people crossing each other's boundaries, there's characters from the stories, and even words of affirmation pages. A student even once made me something to keep. So on our art day, it says, I'm gonna miss you, see you, love you. So when we sit there and we ask as facilitators, are we making an impact? The answer is yes, because they remember this and it impacts them. We also bring this work into the community. This past June, we tabled at Baltimore Pride, and so many adults came up to us wanting to learn, how can I bring this to the children in my lives? I left that day exhausted, but also really inspired by how much people care about keeping our children in this community safe. As a law student, ERIN Talk has shaped me in so many ways. I've written about restorative justice, pulling from what we've done in the circles with the kids. I've learned how to explain the law at a middle school level, and also found a deeper sense of purpose in doing this work. I am so, so grateful to be part of it. And with that, I will turn it back over to Marissa.
Professionals over here. Obviously, they're great facilitators. So thank you very much for the work that you all do. And they really give their time, heart, all three of you. And we're very grateful. And like I said, this work only happens because you're showing up here to this event, many of you investing in the work for years. Thank you again to all the sponsors. And so you know, the gifts that you gave today make a big impact. I have to mention, and many of you will be getting this in the mail, but we do right now have a match for gifts that are above and beyond your gift of last year or new gifts, up to $250,000. So that by the end of this year. So if you've been like, you know, I've got this and I don't know what to do with it, consider us. It will get matched, and we're really grateful. Prevention is underfunded. It is hard to fund and prove. And right now, with everything going on, survivor funding is lower, which means prevention also gets dropped off the table. Because when you have a survivor, it's really important that you focus on the survivors. But we want to make sure that prevention doesn't stop. And that's what we do. What's special about our work is that's what we focus on, is generally prevention. And we partner with the organizations that work with survivors as well. So the three programs that we focus on are Teacher Talk, which is online for all educators of youth to stop early signs of harm. So educators, camp counselors, nannies can recognize the early signs so it doesn't escalate. Then there's Parent Talk, which Monica mentioned that we do for elementary education teachers. We also do it with, again, the nannies, parents, and we've done it with grandparents in this room that are here today. And then ERIN Talk you heard about, which is our middle school. We've done it with high school students, after school programs, and in Baltimore City as well. And that's the one that's all three are able to be done nationally, virtual, and sometimes in person. And so the last thing that I'll say is you showed up today, so thank you so much. The raffles are still going, and that closes at 2:30. You can still buy tickets. And they're silent auction items. They're pretty awesome, but you do have to bid on them. So you have to write your name, write the amount you want to bid on, and keep an eye on it. If you have questions about anything that we do, if you want it in your community, please come talk to us. You have us here. That's what we're here for. And we wouldn't be able to do this work without each of you. I'm just making sure I've checked everything off my list. Yes, and if you have grandkids or kids in your life, we do have those children's books. And sometimes we partner with communities. If they're like, well, we want 250 books, we can partner with the community. They can put their information in it, and we can send that out. So let us know if there's a community that you think wants this or is interested in this, or take a book on your way out, and we are grateful for everything that you do. If you have questions, we're here. Thanks for making this work possible. Have a great day. Go play.